Yes, welcome back to the Bray Ethan Podcast, episode 133. And of course, it is all powered by Pegs. Download the Pegs app if you're a uni or TAFE student. And of course, it is an absolute game changer, Ethan. All your favourite cafes, restaurants, retail outlets offering up to 40 to 50% off. Locals supporting locals.
They
download
are.
the Pegs app.
Yep, download that free of course on the App Store. And Hat Locker, we got a nice Fruit Loops bucket hat in front of us, a New Zealand Breakers NBL hat as well. So Bray Ethan 20 for 20% off at hatlocker.com.au. Now today's guest, he's had an ultra consistent block of form. We've just found out some breaking news off air as well. Happening tomorrow at the time of recording. Obviously this will be out after, but he's back out there from injury. Cooper Moore, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me, boys.
Pleasure. Now, are we going to go to that big news?
I think we have to.
Later? League debut against West Coast tomorrow. Well done.
Yes.
How'd you find out?
Yeah, I found out just before training. Had no expectations. I didn't even know I was in the squad this week until I got a message from Jack Avery saying, look at this, mate. And then, got told got to train tomorrow, and showed up to training. And just when the boys were all huddled up before training, the news broke. Debuting alongside one of my good mates, Jake Watson, which is good. So, yeah.
From off the top of my head, you'd be the third 06 born player to play league footy this year. Fourth, actually, I think. So we have Malachi, who did it, Hamish Davis, Bo Allen, and now yourself. So it's a pretty good achievement. Yeah,
bloody oath. Well, for those who don't know, talk us through the injury you've had, because it did sideline you for 2.5 months.
Yeah, so played round 1 this year, but after that, I'd had a sore back for 2 weeks or so. Just pulled up really, really sore after a game. And no, we didn't think anything of it. We thought, it's just some soreness. Yeah. We'll go off legs for a week or so. But then we decided before the round 1 game that we would scan it just in case. So scanned it on a Wednesday. Didn't actually get the results back before the game, so they gave me the all clear to play. So played that round 1 game, but came to training next week and they said, you've got a stress fracture in your back. You're going to have to sit out for 12 weeks, I think they told me originally. And, so didn't play between rounds 2 to 11, I think, and then just came back, played 5 games now.
Did it feel bad? Did it feel...
No, round 1, I actually played that game and I thought I actually, did okay. I didn't really notice it at all, to be honest. After that 2-week deload, I didn't really notice it.
Yeah, right.
So it was a bit annoying when they told me it's going to be 12 weeks when you feel all right.
Well, I think you're pretty lucky in a way that a stress fracture in the back only lasted 12 weeks. Most people are out for a year.
Yeah, I definitely got lucky and definitely had the right people around me to get me right.
Yeah, well, how did you cope with it? Because being out of action for what probably seemed like an eternity in such an important year as well, it would have taken its toll.
Yeah, well, when I first got told, I was pretty shattered, but I realised that I'm still going to get to play footy this year, and that's the main goal, main thing, that I'm still going to get games in at the end of the year. So really my focus was not really just to dwell on it, to just, get back to playing footy as quick as I can.
Yeah, well, you played state 12s, 15s and 16s. So how were your junior years coming down there at Canning Vale Junior Footy Club?
Yeah, so played most of my juniors at Canning Vale. That's where I've made really most of my close mates now, but also played 12s, 15s and 16s, which is where I have met a lot of my footballing mates, the likes of Kale, Jerian, Hamish Davis. Those boys were all in the 12s team as well. So I've known those boys since we were pretty young. And then I was just lucky enough that we've kind of all progressed kind of together.
Yeah, gone through it together.
Yeah.
Did you play any of those sides as underage player, or was it always your actual year?
Nah, so 12s, 15s, 16s were all in my actual year. Last year was the first, I was underage trainer with the 18s.
Yep. Now, one of the best stories we've heard from other podcasts this year is from Malachi Champion. I'm just going to get it up on my phone because you were mentioned. I wanted to get your memories. Because I guess you arguably saved him from, I guess, some bad habits. Here we go.
Morning we went to bed.
Hang on, I'll just replay it.
And that was actually my best game too, that Vic clock in the morning we went to bed on that. And that was actually my best game too, that Vic Metro game. Cooper Moore was banging on the door like, hurry up, we got to go, we got to catch the bus. We still had the shower, still had that breakfast. Me and him, our breakfast was cold. Secrets of making All-Australian.
Yeah.
So you saved him, banging on the door. Do you remember that?
That was an interesting morning. Yeah, so all of us were asleep, going to bed early, game the next day. So I was actually rooming with Bo Allen at that time, and we've gone down to breakfast on time, got our stuff ready, and we realised Malachi and Anthony haven't shown up. So we've gone rushing up, knocking on their door. They haven't answered. And then eventually one of them gets up and comes to open the door, and they didn't even realise. They were out cold. But yeah, then we found out they were up till 2 a.m. the night before a game.
It's nuts.
Hopefully they've changed. Well, Malachi changed his bedtime this 18th time around.
Hopefully.
You'd hope. Well, 2023, in a way, put your name on the radar for this year. How do you reflect on making your Colts debut at the start of the year and then eventually staying in the team that made a grand final?
Yeah, well, last year, like going into the year, I think we didn't really have any expectations as a team. Like we'd come off 2 seasons where we'd won 4 games between the 2 years. So really going into the year, we didn't have much expectation on us, but as a group, we knew we were going to be a good team. And I think nobody could have expected us to start the way we did. Like I think we won our first 12 or 13 games, like straight. And then, but like I knew that it was going to be a tough job to like stay in the team. Like that was a good team. There was really, really good players around me. And yeah, you really had to put your best foot forward each week to be able to like stay consistently in the team.
Yep.
So for me, it was just a focus on getting better every training.
And then I guess you were earmarked off the back of that as a prospect for this year, already having signed with Hemisphere and in the summer squad. What were your own expectations for the year prior to the injury?
Well, yeah, obviously spent the summer with the summer squad. Didn't really have many expectations. More, I had goals going into the year, which was just to like continually improve, like get better, work on a few things which I might have not been the best at, and playing consistent footy. So really not expectations, just things I wanted to better myself in, which was the main goals.
Yeah. Now, you see on the Perth Football League, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is, there's always, family stories, like say 5 brothers playing in the same team, but at a higher level, it's a bit uncommon, you could say, but what's it like having your brother as one of the Colts coaches there at the Demons?
He's good, but it's probably good for me because he's really hard on me. Like, everything I do, he's tough on me, which I kind of, like, admire. That I don't get it easy, and he's just doing it because he loves me. Like, he just wants me to get better, so, I mean, it's a good thing to have him around. It kind of keeps me humble in check. He thinks he's the best Moore brother that's been at the club, but I'll take over one day.
If you haven't already.
So is he the head coach?
Yeah, head coach.
Head coach of the Colts.
What was it like when you found out that he was going to do that role? Like, because, as you said, you could look at it as an advantage or a disadvantage.
Oh, well, I definitely thought it was a disadvantage straight away. I knew he was going to be hard on me straight away. I was like, there's no way he's going to play me anymore. But, yeah, so it's actually been a while now. Like, he's been coaching at Perth for the last 5 years now. So he did, like, 3 years of futures. So, and then moved up to Colts. So he's kind of just gone up the rankings as I've been going through the, like, junior development, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of good for us, and I think that's why we were good last year, is because he's moved up with all the boys that have been moving up as well. So we've been together as a group for 4 or 5 years now, which has really benefited all of us.
Well, it's interesting because you are equal second in the Colts coaches' votes, and he's obviously doing that post-game. So, he's helping you out a little bit, but it's like, that'd be an awkward position to be in, because if you've been best on ground as you've been, like, it's hard to ignore, but then it's like, others might see that as favoritism, but then it's like, you know.
He tells me he doesn't want to give them to me, especially in the after game, like our awards and stuff. He makes sure he lets everyone know he doesn't want to give it to me.
Yeah, probably gets a lot of second opinions and stuff like that. Well, yeah, obviously you're not the biggest midfielder, but you haven't had a game under 25 disposals this year. And as I just said, you rocketed up to equal second in the Colts coaches' votes. Despite missing so many games, what's been the key to the consistency, do you think?
Well, I reckon, like, one of the main things is the people I've got around me. Like, I've got some real quality players that just make my life a lot easier, the likes of Mitch Keane and Jad Hill. Like, they're just quality players that you want to be playing with. So, like, that's just made my life easier. I have trust in them. They have trust in me. And I think that's why we're all playing some pretty good footy lately.
Well, whether it's this year or years to come, is the belief there to realise the AFL dream? And if so, what feedback have you been given so you can get there potentially this year or years to come?
Yeah, well, I think as every junior, like, the ultimate goal is to play AFL football.
Yeah.
Like, growing up, as you get older, you don't really think it's, like, a reality. But then, yeah, like, you kind of have a feeling like, oh, yeah, like, maybe I could do this if I work hard. But the feedback I've probably been given is just to keep getting better and refining my craft. Like, just getting better forward stuff, ball use, like, decision making. Just getting better at everything is just going to help me a lot. So you can't really, like, you're never the complete player. So always just getting better is the main goal.
Yeah.
And obviously, yeah, you're with Hemisphere, so
In good hands.
yeah, you're probably getting feedback through that as well. But yeah, I mean, you've told us several times that the Demons are coming in the Colts competition. I mean, you're obviously playing league this week, but is the belief there you can make special things happen in September, obviously pending qualification?
Yeah, well, for the, like, first, 12, 14 weeks, we haven't had the best run. Like, we've had injuries, we've had stuff like that come through, and, like, PSA, we've had lots of players taken away from us, but so has every club. But now we're kind of starting to get a bit of consistency with the teams that we're putting on the park, and I think we've kind of shown, we might not have put the full game together yet, but we've shown that we can be one of the top teams in the comp.
Yeah.
Like, we've been with West Perth the last 2 games. It's on the siren, and we've beaten Subiaco. Swans was after the siren. We had a kick after the siren. So we've shown we can be at that level. We just need to put it all together, I think.
And availability comes into it as well. Like, obviously, if you get someone like Preston back from PSA, that'll help. But so yeah, the league debut. It's obviously going to be a later game. Have you been given advice or how to go about it? Obviously, you've found out quite late. So the nerves, have they started to kick in?
Yeah, well, I actually just didn't expect it, but the nerves have definitely set in. But I think it's more of a readiness and just, like, I think I'm ready. I want to be doing this. That was a goal of mine. But yeah, I've had lots of people around me supporting me. Like, I've had coaches, like, teaching me everything. The last 2 weeks have just been, like, nailing things into me, structures, all of that sort of stuff. So I think I'm really well prepared.
Yeah.
It probably helps that, like, your Colts team isn't playing, so that, like, you don't feel bad, I don't know, for missing that.
Yeah, it's a good week.
And against West Coast as well, so some pretty decent AFL listed players will be going around. I would assume Andrew Gaff would be going around. He's one name that I guess
I think
probably
they've
watched
got a
growing
few.
up.
Dom Sheed.
Sheed.
Chesser, Cully. I think they've got a real wealth of experience playing this week.
So
is there any player you model your game on?
Not really. I would like to be a player like Darcy Jones. Like, I really admire the way he plays, the way he goes about things. Like, his speed and his, like, attack on the ball is amazing. So if I could be anyone, it would be Darcy Jones.
Yeah, he's doing really well at the moment for himself.
Yeah,
out at GWS, and there was a lot of critics in his draft year.
Yeah,
too small, and then it was probably that combine with the speed that he broke, the record of Stephen Hills that he broke.
Yeah.
Might have got it off.
Yeah, another one, Aiden O'Driscoll. Really admire the way he goes about everything. His speed His agility, the way he played footy last year, playing with him, was just like so good to watch.
Yeah, he's a gun. Shame it. Unfortunately, all came to an end a couple of weeks ago. Instagram Q&As. No, we got one more, do we?
Well,
we do, of course. We do. Off-field pursuits. Obviously, you're at Corpus Christi at the moment, finishing year 12. Uni next year, potentially?
Yeah, so I think I will go to uni next year. It's just a matter of what I choose to do. Did a uni-ready course this year, not ATAR. Yeah, I don't think I was just smart enough for that. So did the uni-ready course.
3 of us.
Just haven't chosen a course or pathway I want to pursue just yet.
It's all right, plenty of time.
Yeah.
Now we'll go to
We'll get you on the Pegs app as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, for some nice discounts. Now the Q&A is at Bray and Ethan. Question of the week will be coming in again, so we'll discuss at the end, like we did last week. Malachi somehow won it last week.
Bray and Ethan is the only account we have as well on TikTok. Fake account, big mate.
You loved that yesterday, didn't you?
No, it was just like, and then people swiping up saying, "Oh, I saw that," and all this stuff. But I think
Marley wasn't too impressed.
Yeah, he was. I think everyone was just confused. But oh well.
Josh _ Denny, who's the best ruckman you've ever played with?
Well, Denny is currently our Perth ruckman, so I'm guessing he wants me to say him. He's pretty good. He does this pretty well. But the best ruckman probably ever played with is probably Cohen, last year.
Valid.
Yeah, we made our lives real easy last year.
Yeah. Shame he wasn't able to be out there on the last
We'll play against him tomorrow.
Bit of lip, yeah. He's doing well as
it's an away game for you guys as well, so the white shorts, I would assume.
Yeah. You got good rivalry with. I swear there's a good rivalry with Perth and West Coast. Obviously played Northern last year. You're probably happy you don't have to travel to Northern, but that's all right. Griffin Hall, favourite position on the field.
Well, I'm meant to be a forward, but my favourite position is midfield. I love the midfield.
Get heaps of the ball.
Yeah.
Lock _ McTaggart. It's how are Perth going?
How far are Perth going?
How far are Perth going? Sorry.
How far? Well,
deep.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
You're not going to say not deep, are you?
Yeah, well, obviously we want to make it. The ultimate goal is to win the flag. But right now we're in the finals, and I think it's just ticking off each step now.
Yeah, what is it? Where am I looking? You're 2 games clear of 6. So
we're 2.5 now, so I think it's just now play the games we've got ahead of us and see where it takes us.
Thomas Cathcart, another hemisphere contracted boy from Swans. Just wondering if you bring your own ball to games.
That sounds like a Tom comment. No, I don't, Tom. I don't.
Just been racking them up on the ball on a string.
Jaden. Is there a WA teammate that gives everyone confidence?
What, like last year?
Yeah, well, just in the time of the summer squad, or even back to the state schoolboy stuff.
Well, for me, it's probably Kale. We've been together since 12, 15, 16s.
Yeah.
And then we could have been 18s, but got injured. But yeah, definitely Kale. We've been best mates our whole lives, really. And then still got memories of us laying on the couch in 12s watching Netflix together. And yes, we've always been really close mates.
Late night back then.
Yeah.
No 2 a.m. nights?
No, not quite that late, but we did spend a lot of time watching Netflix.
Cal Wally, I reckon this could be a smoky for question of the week. Best more out of Jeff, Scott, Cooper, and why is Scott third?
Yeah, well, Cal's obviously Scott's best mate. But yeah, Dad played league for the club. Scott's played league for the club, and then this week I'll play league. But I'd have to give it to Dad. He's played the most games for the club, most league games. But it's definitely me ahead of Scott. There's no way I'd say he's ahead of me.
Did any of them debut at 18? Do you know?
Nah, Scott was mid-20s. Dad was around 21, 22.
So you're a step ahead.
There you go.
Yeah.
Brody X McLean, best number 15 you've played with and best footy boots rotation at the club.
So who wants me to say him for both of them, I'm guessing? Best footy boot rotation. Wouldn't be me. I wear the same ones each week.
The black boots. You black boots, man?
Black or my white Pumas. But it probably is Brody. He somehow seems to have a new pair of ASIC boots every 2 or 3 weeks.
Sponsored, eh?
Very nice.
Jackson Baker, favourite Canning Vale players.
Canning Vale players. So Jackson is a boy from Canning Vale. Known him for a long time. Favourite Canning Vale boys. He wants me to say him as well, but nah, probably my 2 best mates, Bo and Kynan. I've played with them for a long time now.
Did you play with Elijah Sky was from Canning Vale, wasn't he? But year above.
Year above. He was, well, I think he only played till year 10, so we never got to play with each other.
Yeah.
But obviously, we've played T-ball, all that stuff as juniors together, so I've known Elijah for a long, long time.
Yeah. Jackson Baker again, favourite umpire.
Again, wants me to say him because he's umpired many, many of my junior games. Probably helped me out getting a few kicks, but yeah, I'll give it to him.
Now, you knew this one was coming in some way, shape or form, but Kynan Barnard, how's it feel having a girlfriend better than you at footy?
I knew that one was coming, especially from Kynan. Yeah, she probably is a bit better than me. Played in that 21 national game versus the state national academy. So she played for the All-Stars, and then starts the state 18s this weekend. So I'll give it to her.
That's tomorrow, is it? Or is it?
Yeah,
I was gonna say because you won't be able to watch.
Yeah, it's tomorrow morning, which unfortunately I can't make it to now.
Oh no. Oh well.
Is it at Joondalup?
No,
Yeah,
it
it
Revo?
got moved to Joondalup.
Oh,
Yeah.
Joondalup, okay, yeah.
You could still go. What time does it start?
11:30.
Oh, yeah, never
Nah.
mind. 1:10 start, I think, for
Yeah.
you guys, isn't it? 1:20 or
You
something?
need to be earlier as well.
Something
1:10
like
start, yeah, MRP. Coops.13307, best part of the Colts 2024 season.
Surely it has to be that goal after the siren, even though.
The 2024 season is definitely that goal after the siren that we drew with West Perth. I didn't play that game at home, but I was on the bench for that, and I've never wanted to sprint out so badly, but I just couldn't when I was injured. Just slowly walking out there when all the boys are celebrating. Or it was the Peel game where it was another goal after the siren to win it.
Was that a goal or a point down there at Peel?
That was a goal.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
so both of those games.
Controversial
definitely.
50.
Definitely those 2 games.
Millington 9583. Is it true Scott Moore's your hero?
Definitely not. I'm surprised Scott didn't write that himself, but no.
Nate Tomasini, favourite 07.
Yeah, again, wants me to say him. One of our young players. Played most of the games this year, to his credit. 07. I love playing with Jad because he helps me a lot in the midfield, gives me a bit of the ball, so definitely love playing with Hilly.
Nate again, pre-game routine.
Not much of a routine sort of person. Usually be some Wheat Bix or something in the morning, banana, and then, yeah, other than that, no like superstitions or anything like boot, sock. Yeah, none of that sort of stuff. I kind of used to be, but as I've gotten older, I've kind of just like let that stuff go. Realised, yeah, maybe not works for me. So, yeah.
A couple of days ago, I went to go put my shoes on, and then I realised I put my shoe on. This was just a normal day, and I realised I put my shoe on the right foot, and I was like, shit, that is the first ever time I've put my right shoe on first. So I was like, I'll take it off and then put the left one on first.
I would have never noticed.
I've just never, I'm not superstitious. I just realised straight away, shit, I've never ever put my right shoe on first.
I don't even know what I do.
I don't know what I do.
It's just like not even
Put
a thing
'em
you
on.
think about, you know?
Yeah, just put my boots on, run out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought I did, but then I just realised suddenly, hey, that's not right. Daniel.Pricey, best player in the Schoolboys 2023 squad.
Yeah, so last year we play a Schoolboys Cup. We're in, I think it's called the Glenn Jakovich Cup.
Yeah. Simply Energy Cup it was a couple of years ago, I think.
Yeah, so we had a pretty good team. We had a lot of Colts players in our school, so...
And you guys were allowed to play.
Yeah, so we were allowed to play. It was on a Wednesday night, 2 20-minute halves, and yeah, we ended up making it all the way to the grand final and winning it.
On Optus?
Nah, unfortunately not. I think we were down at UWA.
Oh, yeah.
Nice venue.
Yeah, so we're down there, and then he definitely wants me to say him because he thinks he plays like prime Jezza, but he definitely doesn't. I wouldn't say him. I'd say probably Taj. Taj Forrest plays Colts at East
East
Freo.
Freo,
Yeah.
Right,
Decent team then.
We've got a decision to make.
I can't go past
Cal
Wally.
Cal
Yeah.
Wally, that's a pretty good one.
Cal Wally. Do we know what they're getting yet?
Um,
Question of the week.
well, it's some monetary prize, but we have to. It's the exact money we'll have to work out. But
Yep.
well, yeah, not 100% sure, but it's still be a little bit of work in progress.
Something's coming Cal's way.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Now onto the quiz. I think last week I said we've been pretty poor lately, but actually we've been pretty rock solid. Adam Damasi still the sole leader on 12 out of a possible 14. Looking at some of the Perth guys, Noah Catchard 11. Last week Maxi Raw got 11.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Edwards 9.5.
9.5. You'll be playing with him tomorrow, or is he over?
Still
over
injured.
Nah, still injured.
Broken ribs,
unfortunately.
yeah.
Ooh.
Preston
Preston.
Cherubow's 8.
Yeah, that was pretty poor.
We say that,
no.
but it's
A
still
lot,
8 out of
of
14.
the if you get 8 or lower, I think it's just poor.
Oh, no.
So
What's been the lowest?
This
7.5 with Tommy Seckle,
Your manager got 7.5.
Jake
Tom.
Piscini, Corey Tregenza Cashel, and Kobe Huston, all on 7.5, which is the lowest. Not the
Yeah,
lowest
okay.
ever, just the lowest this
Yeah,
year.
okay.
'Cause I think we have had a 5 before.
Yeah, we have.
Question number 1: height and weight on the Waffle website.
I think it would be 170 and 71.
Correct.
Correct.
Good start.
Question number 2. How many Colts games have you played in your career to date?
Ooh. So 19 last year, and then 25?
Correct. Spot on.
2 from 2. Question number 3: your lowest disposal count this year has been 26. What opponent was that? Team, that is.
That was in the last game. Who did we play in the last game? Peel.
Correct.
That was Peel.
3 from 3.
Three.
Absolutely flying here.
Question number 4. The last 2 weeks you've had the same amount of marks in each game. What's the number?
Is it 7?
Oh,
Correct.
4 from 4. What difficulty level are these on, Ethan?
I don't think they're that
He's
easy.
flying. Question number 5: how many best and fairest votes did you poll from last year's grand final?
Best and first. What, from like just Perth or from?
In your because you
From
guys
Perth,
had
isn't it? Yeah.
you guys like counted the grand final and the best and fairest. So from that game, how many votes did you poll?
I wasn't actually there. I'd gone on holiday, so I wasn't at the best and fairest count.
You left the grand final and went straight.
Straight on
holidays.
holidays. Either 6 or 7, I think. I'd say 6.
Correct.
Yeah.
5 from 5. Still
Just
flying.
don't get too. We've seen this happen in the past,
Have.
and people have faded late. So
Oh, no.
I'm not trying to not put the mockers on you, but yeah, let's hope we continue. Question number 6. After round 16 in the Colts, you sit equal second on Colts coach votes with how many votes?
Oh, I have no idea. 15?
21.
All right.
So the perfect 14 is not possible now. It's still possible for 13.
Yep.
Now, who was it before? Jackson Baker has given you a couple of free kicks.
Yeah.
But now Waffle, Colts
Oh.
career free kicks. Have you received or given away more?
Probably giving away more.
No, you've received one more. 17 to
okay.
16.
Okay.
So
So
we
5
are
from
5
7.
from 7.
We might have jinxed. Surely we
Hopefully
can
not.
get a
Question
12
number
here.
8. How many players from your state schoolboys 12 squad were also in the state 15 school squad?
From 12s to 15s. So that's, I'll say 8.
7 we have. 7 including yourself.
Oh, I think there's a photo of us from 12s to 15s. I think there might be 8.
Okay, well, I'll read the names out, see if there's someone we haven't got. So yourself, Druitt, Martinson, Jerine, Windsor, Creighton, King.
We'll have to have a look.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm pretty sure there's a photo because we did get a photo. We'll have a look.
Okay, we'll I don't know. Can't really count it, but at the same time, you probably are right. So
Did you look at the photo?
Yeah, I went back and looked at it several times. I was like,
might be correct.
Yeah.
All right, question number 9. This is obviously planned before you told us that you were making your league debut, but you have the bye tomorrow, as in the Colts side. Yeah. So how many byes have Perth had already this year?
Oh, too many. I think this is our last one. I think it's our 5th.
Yeah, so 4 before tomorrow. Yeah,
that's
our
correct. 5th one.
6 from 9.
Question number 10. 5 points up for grabs. 5 if you get it bang on. 4 if you're within 3. 3 if you're within 5. 2 if you're in 10, and a point for anything outside of that. So the difference in percentage between Swan districts above you and East Freo below you is the same. What is it? What's the differential?
It's the same from both.
It's roughly the same.
Is it?
That's actually a wild stat.
Yeah, I would have no idea. Is it 8%?
Oh,
7.
We'll get you the 4 points. It's roughly 7%. So it takes you 10. It could be 11 if we can somehow double check that. Question number 8. But either way, double digits.
Yeah.
So that puts you above Preston, puts you above Josh Edwards, puts you equal or just below Noah, depending on that question number 8. But you're in the top half of the leaderboard, which is the main thing.
Yeah, that's good.
Which is good. I'm really surprised that we haven't had as many 12s this year as we did last year. Maybe last year was just full of footy nerds and they all knew their stats.
Study it before they come in.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. Well, still hopefully a lot of guests to come.
Yeah,
it's only still August, so.
Yeah, still. It's nearing footy season end, so.
Yeah, not many to go.
Yeah, so who knows? But yeah, we had 4 on 12 last year and we've still only got the 1.
Yeah, right.
So there's been a lot of people who have the chance. But yeah.
But then again, I feel like the lowest haven't been as the lowest as last year as well.
Yeah, agreed.
So
maybe the questions have been getting harder.
Maybe.
Which is a good thing.
Maybe people aren't playing as much. Maybe people playing team football more.
Of course, of course, it is the unofficial Greg Clark medal as well.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. We haven't said that for a while.
We have to get a medal made, I reckon, or a little trophy potentially.
Yep. Well, of course, it is all thanks to Pegs and Hat Locker as well. Of course, you can download the Pegs app and then you can get a cheeky little discount or a free $5 or $10, I think, depending on
five, yep.
Whether it's whether you refer someone or whether you get referred, something like that. You get free $5 at least, and yeah, you can get some absolute steals. I know Royales is always good.
Royales Northbridge. There's also one in Vic Park as well for uni students up that way.
They're everywhere. So, of course, Hat Locker as well. Got some nice hats on display, as you said before, Ethan.
Yep, that I don't know if anyone's gonna. Well, I don't think that will suit me, but that Fruit Loops one I reckon could suit some others.
Someone could pull it off on the golf course or something.
Yeah,
if they're playing live golf.
Yeah.
But of course, if you're listening on Spotify or Apple, you can go over to YouTube and vice versa. Remember to subscribe, 5-star, and a like as well would be much appreciated. But Cooper, good luck with everything. I guess we'll post the bye. The Colts bye, but also more importantly, the big league debut tomorrow. So
Thank
best
you.
of luck.
Thanks for having me.